Welcome back to Everpop. Last time we talked about the magnificent and glorious rise of anime in the Western world of Saturday morning cartoons and, Saturday and weekday afternoons. And today we're talking about something that's, let's say it's anime adjacent. We're going to navigate to the world of Avatar.
And no, we're not talking about James Cameron's Avatar. We're talking about the OG Avatar. We're talking about Nickelodeon's Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Yes, the only Avatar that I actually really like. Sorry, James Cameron. It's blue aliens are cool, but bending the elements is cooler.
I have to agree. I'm a big fan of the element bending. So,
let's just, if you don't know what Avatar, The Last Airbender is, well, where have you been the last 20 years?
Under a rock.
Yeah, basically under a rock. But let's just give you like a quick synopsis. In a war-torn world of elemental powers, a young boy reawakens to undertake a dangerous mystic quest to fulfill his destiny as the Avatar and bring peace to the world. That's courtesy of IMDb. I think that's a good synopsis of the show. What do you think?
I do too.
Yeah. The thing that I like about Avatar the most, and I'll head over to you in a minute, Mary, is that I think the world building is probably the best thing about Avatar. And the reason why I call it like an anime adjacent show is that because it's, well, first of all, it looks like it was animated, in Japan, but it was, technically, okay, but it looks like an anime show. That's what I want to say. It looks like an anime show, but it's technically not anime because it's American, but so that's why I call it anime adjacent, if that makes sense. And plus, the cast is really largely Asian inspired, and it's an Asian inspired world. And in this world, people can telekinetically manipulate one of the four elements: water, earth, fire, or air, through practices known as bending, which is inspired by Chinese martial arts, and also looks really, really cool. And the Avatar is the international arbiter whose duty is to maintain harmony among the four nations and act as a mediator between humans and spirits. And when the Avatar dies, their spirit is reincarnated into a new body who will be born to parents in the next nation in a set order known as the Avatar cycle. So it starts as fire, air, water, earth, and it just keeps going on like clockwork, like a circle. And by tradition, the new Avatar will travel the world to learn all four bending arts, after which they will begin in earnest their role as a global peacekeeper. And in this series, Avatar Last Airbender, Aang is the last Airbender, and he's the current incarnation of the Avatar. Okay, I think I got the basics of it.
I think you did.
Okay, cool. So I guess the first question I want to say is, before we go to the characters, to detail more of the characters, when did you first watch this show, Mary?
This feels like one of those moments where I should know the exact date and time that I sat down. I'm like, where were you when you watched the first episode of Avatar? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I was at home in my living room. I don't know what day it was, but I know I saw it on Nickelodeon.
Okay.
And I remember I think I watched maybe like an episode of it. I was like, oh shit. I love this.
Oh shit.
Like,
yeah.
I'm in this. I'm into this. Like, this is like Toonami adjacent level stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm into it.
Yeah.
So, I loved it. And I also, when I worked at Kings Island, we used to sell a lot of Avatar stuff.
Oh, right.
Some Avatar merch, and I really liked that. And so I got very into Avatar very quickly.
Yeah. And fun fact, if you guys don't know what she's talking about, Paramount, Kings Island, they did have an Avatar ride.
It was very cool.
Yeah, it's called Surf Dog now.
It's less cool now.
Kings Island, yeah, less cool, but yeah, it was there. It had Aang just
on top of it.
Yeah, which was
We're going to have to post a picture on our Instagram.
Yeah, we will. Or talk about our Substack, and we're going to talk about our Substack later, because I kind of created it, because I thought it'd be cool, but I'll get into that later. But anyway, yeah, the first time I saw Avatar, because Avatar, and I'm looking at the wiki right now, because I don't do my own research. It premiered in February of 2005.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I know. Feel
Ew,
old?
we're so old.
We are old.
Gross.
Sometimes I think I'm 40. I can't remember.
Don't say hateful things about yourself. This is a safe place, John.
It is a safe place. And the last episode ended, which was a 4-part event, July of 2008.
Only a 3-year run.
Yeah, only a 3-year. But I didn't initially watch on Nickelodeon because I was kind of past Nickelodeon at that point. I was in high school. There weren't really any more Nickelodeon shows that I wanted to watch. So I was just like, no, I don't know about this Avatar thing. It's whatever. But I did catch it on Nickelodeon's sister network, Nicktoons Network.
Oh, maybe that's where I saw it.
Okay, well, I saw it on Nicktoons Network maybe 2 years after the finale. It was just airing repeats. It was like I was on winter break, and they just had like a whole marathon, and I was just like, show's good. I DVR'd all the episodes because, back then, you still had the cable and everything, and just record. And it was, I gotta say, I really enjoyed it. I will say, though, I wasn't really on it towards the first few episodes, but as the show went on, it grew on me, and then by the time, the second season came, I was, like, totally, like, into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a slow burn.
Yeah, it's a slow burn. It's
that.
a slow burn. It starts kind of kiddie, which I know is kind of funny because it is a kid's show technically, but it does.
It gets darker.
It does. It gets way darker because it explores a lot of topics that kids show usually, don't even talk about, like war,
right. There's
famine,
grief.
Grief.
There's a lot of grief. I mean, Katara's mom and
death. That sort of thing. Talking about reincarnation, spiritualism.
Energies.
Yeah, energy. That's some deep stuff for a kid's Saturday morning cartoon.
For sure.
None of that was coming around when I was a kid. So but anyway, Avatar's presented in anime in a style, like I said earlier, it combines Japanese anime influences with those of American cartoons and relies on the imagery of primarily Chinese culture. And it's got other Asian influences in there, like something from East Asia, Southeast Asia, South Asian, North Asian, and also indigenous American cultures too. Mm-hmm. And since its release, the show has been regarded by critics as one of the most acclaimed series of the 21st century and one of the greatest animated television series of all time. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah? Okay.
I love it. I will say my biggest complaint about the show is I don't think Aang matured enough.
You don't think he matured enough?
No. I think by the end of the series, it's not that he didn't mature at all. I just feel like, chronologically, he's 112.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's stuck in a 12-year-old body, 13-year-old, whatever.
Right.
He should have grown more. I don't know.
Yeah.
I felt like he kind of got a pass sometimes, and I think maybe it's generational.
Yeah.
But look, at the time, my first watch through, I don't think I felt that way.
Right.
Rewatching it before we're doing this,
right.
I feel like that mother trucker did not mature enough. You are dealing with these heavy topics and all these things happening, and he watches his friends, and I think he feels a lot of sadness.
Yeah.
And regret about things, but I think it's kind of presented as those are other Airbenders' feelings that he's just taking on.
Okay.
But I don't know. I just feel like he should have matured more. There should have been more accountability from Aang.
Yeah.
I love Aang.
Yeah.
He's a sweetie, but I just feel like it was very much that thing of boys will be boys.
Yeah.
And I am very much of the belief of boys can do better. And Aang, my man, with all the love and respect in my heart, could have been better.
I mean,
Sokka matures way more than Aang.
I will agree to that, but he does have a lot more on his plate. He is literally the last of his kind airbending. He's an avatar, and he is the last airbender. So I can kind of understand his immaturity, but
Yeah, like, I can get, like, maybe there's not a lot of people to talk to who truly understand, but, like, you do have this support system.
Yeah.
And you do have, you know, all these things around you that are working with you and for you and protecting you.
Right.
And so, I don't know, I feel like he could have, I think it would have been really cool to see him mature more. That's all.
That is fair.
I like Aang. He's a cool character.
Yeah.
The show's freaking about him.
That
But I
is
just
true.
think, like, I mean, I just wish he could have done more.
Right.
Emotionally, perhaps.
That is fair. That definitely is fair. And I know, and I'll describe this later. The show has continued on in comics actually. So, and actually a lot of comics. Like I read a few of the comics, and I will say I think Aang does mature a little bit more. But you know,
I need to read the comments.
yeah. The comics are great actually. They really are. It's like you should definitely get them. But I wanted to say that it was created by Michael Dante Di Martino and Brian Konietzko. So
okay.
yeah, and
Thank you, Michael and Brian.
they seem like awesome people. They do seem like awesome people, and they actually met at a Halloween party during their time as students at the Rhode Island School of Design.
That's crazy.
You want to know who else went to the Rhode Island School of Design? He's actually a very famous animator too.
Who?
You want to guess?
I have no idea.
Seth MacFarlane.
No way.
Yeah,
My guy.
yeah, I know.
You
It's
know
crazy.
I love Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah. Oh, I love me some Seth MacFarlane too. And originally, there was a pilot episode made in 2003 and everything, and I wanted to watch the pilot. I didn't. I should have. I know. I watched the whole because I wanted to watch because when Mary so last time and it's been
A minute.
It's been a minute since we've done this, because last time we did anime in the Rise of Western World, and sometimes I just have lists of topics to do, and then Mary will just say Avatar, and it just completely blindsided me. I was like, sure, let's do Avatar. So
I love Avatar.
no, Avatar's great. But I hadn't seen it in since initially 2010. So I wanted to rewatch the whole series again, and it was doable because it's not like a long anime like Naruto or One Piece, So it's only about 50-something episodes. So I was just like, I can do it. And by the way, all the episodes are streaming now on Netflix and Paramount Plus. That's not a plug. I'm just telling you that's where they're.
Right.
Yeah. Or if you're a physical media type of guy, they are available on Blu-ray if you want to. If you're a physical media person. Some of the main characters, if you listen to this podcast, you probably already know the main characters, but I'll just give you a quick rundown. It's Aang. He's the last Avatar. He's an Airbender. He's a fun-loving guy, kind of goofy kid. I mean, he's 12. He's kind of immature. Katara, she's a waterbender. She's from the Southern Water Tribe. She acts as the motherly figure of the group and everything. Real responsible and everything. There's Sokka.
Katara's just cool as hell. I love Katara. A
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of people I've learned don't love Katara.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of people feel like she should have matured more too, and I can understand that argument, but I am a Katara stan, so.
Yeah, I like Katara. She's good.
Yeah.
Then there's her brother Sokka. He's also from the Southern Water Tribe. He is not a bender though. So he's just a regular human being with his trusty boomerang. So
And he's cool as hell. I love Sokka. This is a Sokka stan account over here.
Gotcha.
I love Sokka. Sokka hate will not be tolerated.
Gotcha. And and then there's also Toph, Beifong. She's an earthbender. She's tomboyish. She's way stronger than she looks. She becomes Aang's earthbending teacher and everything. I like Toph. I think she's a really cool character. Then you have Prince Zuko, who starts out as the main villain in the story, but over time he has a wonderful redemption arc, and eventually he becomes an ally to Team Avatar, and he eventually becomes Aang's firebending teacher and everything. So those
Very
are
cool.
Yeah, so very cool. Those are the main characters, but we should talk about who our favorite characters are. Mary, who is your favorite character from Avatar: The Last Airbender?
What a great question. Because I feel like I love Katara
Yeah.
a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I think my favorite is probably Sokka.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Sokka has the most growth emotionally.
Right.
I think he has the most strength,
Mm-hmm.
like emotionally. I think Sokka takes on a lot, right? Because he's kind of like the joke of the group.
Right.
But I would argue he's also kind of the glue that holds it together.
Right.
And I think that Katara is the one who keeps them safe.
Yeah.
And I think Aang also contributes to that.
Right.
But like Sokka truly is the glue that holds that group together. If you take Sokka out of it,
Mm-hmm.
I think that you lose a lot of that group mentality and a lot of like the depth of the group. Because if it's just Katara and Aang, like,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. No.
So I think I'm going to say Sokka, which is weird because I think I like Katara a lot, but I think I'm going to just say Sokka. What about you?
I had to say Zuko because, like I just said earlier, he starts out as the main villain of the group because he's hunting the Avatar to reclaim his honor because, as you watch it, because, he's got a scar over his eye.
Oh, my poor Phantom of the Opera baby.
And that's because he challenged his father, Fire Lord Ozai. Well, he didn't challenge him. I'm sorry. He spoke. He went to a war meeting, and he spoke out of turn. And then his
naturally, child abuse was the only answer.
Well, I mean, basically, the Fire Nation is basically Nazi Germany. I guess.
Yeah.
Basically, there's probably a better analogy, but I don't know. But because the Fire Nation went to war, and like I said, I don't want to spoil everything from the series, but basically they've been at war with all the other nations for 100 years. So
they do not play well with others.
No, they do not. They do not play with others. So once Zuko spoke out of turn, his father challenged him to an Agnai Kai. I think that's what it was called, which is basically just like a fire bending challenge. And Zuko refused to fight his father, understandably, because he was like 12 at the time, and Zuko's eye got burnt.
And can we talk about how messed up that is? Your
yeah.
child, you burned your child over that?
Yeah, no.
Your poor baby wouldn't fight you because of the love and respect he has for you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you hurt your baby.
Yeah.
I hate him. I love Zuko.
Yeah.
Hate his dad.
Yeah, Fire Lord Ozai, he did not play around.
Trash.
He did not play around. So he he got banished, went into exile, and swore he would find the Avatar to reclaim his honor. And obviously that was a fool's errand because no one at the start of the series, no one had seen the Avatar in 100 years. But his uncle Iroh did go with him, and that actually is like my second favorite character, Uncle Iroh.
Really? Because I have some big feelings about Iroh.
Really? I love Uncle Iroh.
Tell me what you love about Iroh.
Because I guess I just love the redemption arc. Because Uncle Iroh, he was just as bad as, Fire Lord Ozai, and technically he was, Ozai's brother, so he was first in line to be the heir. But, he I think I'm trying to remember, and I just saw this episode too. He was the Fire Nation general and led the siege at Ba Sing Se, which was basically for the longest time the last city to not be invaded by the Fire Nation, and he failed at that. And then his son died, Liu Tang, so he got real depressed and everything, and retreated and all that stuff. And they saw him as a failure, but Iroh just realized there's more to life than this, and it's like, what am I doing? And also, he just loves tea.
Jesus Christ,
so many. I like tea too, and so many tea jokes in the series, which is I think is funny.
I think the thing about Iroh is the thing I really like about Iroh is I do think he's a really complex character in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't see that. I think they just see the kind old man who drinks tea.
Right.
But I kind of feel like he also projects, just like Ozai does, onto Zuko.
Yeah.
And that bothers me. I think because he's like, don't follow the destiny that your dad laid out for you, but then he's like, follow this one instead. Well, and it's like, what if you helped him find his own? What if you helped him find himself? Which, I mean, Zuko finds it himself. I do love Zuko.
Well, I mean, eventually, Iroh does ask Zuko, what who are you? Like, what do you want? And by the way,
Eventually.
yeah, eventually, it's just like late in like season 2, I believe.
There's not much season left.
Well, it's a slow burn because in season 1, yeah, they start off as villains, but in season 2, Iroh and Zuko, they're basically refugees, on the run, but they're kind of in that space, like they're not quite the villain, but they're not quite the good guy.
They're kind of anti-hero.
Yeah, kind of anti-hero, and then by season 3, Iroh is just like. He just like...
I was like, I'm going to die soon. Do what you want to do, buddy.
Yeah, he just like... Because, Iroh sacrifices him... Well, he doesn't sacrifice himself. I'm sorry. But he helps the Avatar escape.
Yes.
And everything. And so he's captured, by the Fire Nation. Because at that point, Zuko decided, you know what? I could help the Avatar, but I'm going to go back to the Fire Nation. And stuff.
That trauma runs deep.
Yeah, so and then once
Daddy
Zuko
issues.
Goes back to the Fire Nation, he finds out the grass isn't always greener. Mm-hmm. So that's when he decides to go help the Avatar instead. But also, Iroh's voiced by Mako, who's a great voice actor.
He is a great voice actor.
And if you don't know Mako, he also voiced Aku in Samurai Jack.
And respect for Samurai Jack.
And it is unfortunate that Mako actually passed away in between production of the series. Mm-hmm. And once you hear, I'm guessing that's why Iroh doesn't really talk as much in season 3.
Yeah.
But it kind of fits the storyline, so it makes sense. And when you see Iroh talk again in season 3, you can tell, yeah, that's totally a different voice actor.
Totally different voice actor.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the guy who voices Greg Baldwin, he does a good job.
Yeah,
but I'm just like, oh man, you can definitely tell.
You can just tell. It's like when the first Dumbledore passed away. What was his name? Oh my god, I'm blanking.
Oh,
don't put that part on the podcast. What's his name?
I'll put it on there. Why?
Because I should know his name. His name's not Dumbledore. He's an actor. He's a person.
Oh yeah, he is a person.
What's his name?
No, I was just convinced he was a real wizard.
Okay. Is it?
What do you want? Do you want to guess?
Is it Gary?
Gary.
No.
Gary who? Hold on. No, that's not it. Hold on. Let me see. No, that's not it. Hold on. No, that's not it. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. That's the one I wanted to play. The sad music. I'm sorry. I gotta get used to these controls.
Shoot. He was Gandalf.
Gandalf. I wish I had the Jeopardy sound effect, like Final Jeopardy. I would be doing the Jeopardy.
Look this up because we've gone on a whole side quest.
Well, Gandalf was Ian McKellen, but Ian McKellen was not Dumbledore. Also,
hold on. What was his name?
Also, if we're getting on a side
Richard
quest.
fucking Harris.
All right, Richard fucking Harris. She got it, folks. She got it.
I'm struggling.
I got the right thing that time.
Oh my god. But I mean, when a character has to be replaced, voice actor or physical actor,
right.
I think there's always a difference. It's not always bad. It's just a contrast.
Yeah, right. I get it. I totally get it. But what was I getting ready to say earlier? I'm going to obviously...
I'm so sorry I threw you off.
No, it's okay. But besides Iroh, another favorite character of mine is actually Toph. Toph Bay Fong.
Talk about it.
I like Toph because she's a tough girl, and the thing is that she's blind. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, well, she's blind. How's she gonna bend the elements? But it's all about with earth bending. You can you feel it in the ground, and that's why she never wears shoes.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. I like her a lot. When I've recently found a lot of people had some feelings on her too, but I think she's very cool. I think it's nice to see a cool, strong character that wasn't 100% like everyone else.
Right.
She's independent. She's strong. She's funny. She's kind of witty.
Oh, yeah.
I love that for her.
Oh, totally.
She's a cool character.
She is. And she's the one who invents metal bending.
That's...
So,
You know what? That's kind of metal.
Okay.
And then John asked me to leave the podcast.
I wish I had the cricket sound that I could make. No. Well, I'm gonna try to find the cricket sound because that's gonna be crickets right there. But anyway.
10 out of 10.
But anyway, like I said, and you know who else is one of my favorite characters? I'm sorry, I'm just giving all my favorite characters.
Go for it.
Okay.
No, go for it.
Azula.
I like Azula too.
Zuko's sister, who's a complete sociopath.
Oh, she's psychotic.
And I'm all for it. And I love it because, like, basically, Azula becomes the main antagonist in season 2. So basically, like, all the seasons are called books, by the way. So, like, season 1 is book 1, water. Season 2 is book 2, earth. And season 3 is book 3, fire. You know, which makes sense because each season, you know, Aang has to learn a different element and everything. But the thing I like about book 2 was that it kind of ended on like a cliffhanger type of, like, Empire Strikes Back type of thing.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, which is really cool with the villain actually winning. You know, Zula actually wins in season 2.
As she should.
Yeah, she's a boss. I mean,
Zula's my girl.
I mean, she's crazy, but she is an effective villain, and
she's a very cool villain, and I like that she didn't need a redemption arc.
Yeah, exactly. She's just straight up evil.
Yeah, and yeah. I think sometimes we like a character and we want to make them good.
Yeah.
But I think the thing that makes her cool is that she's just who she is. Like, sometimes it's cool to have villains just be freaking bad. Like, be evil. Yeah. You're a villain. You don't need to be redeemed. It's cool.
Exactly. And the great thing about Avatar: The Last Airbender that it had its cake and eat it too, because, like, it had one villain who, you know, became an anti-hero, and then it had one villain who just stayed evil. And
I liked it.
You know, it was great.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was really great. So those are some of my favorite characters in Avatar: The Last Airbender. Do you have any favorite characters? I know you said you like Sokka.
Sokka's my boy.
You like Katara.
I love Katara.
Okay.
The Cabbage Man?
Like cabbages!
He's kind of amazing. And I don't know if you know, like, he was meant to only be a single scene, but because everyone loved him, you know, he became the running gag.
Gotcha.
I love him. I think, like I said, Sokka, Katara, I love Azula.
Yeah.
I think we both have a love for her. She's very cool.
Oh, yeah.
I like all of them, really.
Yeah, they're all great.
Oh gosh, what is that one? May. I love May.
Oh, yeah, May's cool, yeah.
I think they could have done more with her.
Mm-hmm.
But I do really like her, and I think her character has a lot of potential in general.
Yeah.
Like, I'm wondering if she has a bigger role in the comics, do you know?
I'm not sure, actually, because I've read some of the comics, but I haven't read all of them because, you know, money.
And life.
Yeah. And life in general, and there's like a million things. I mean, I really do want to get into the comics because...
I do too.
Yeah, because like I said, and there's like so much Avatar media I still want to consume again. Like, I want to, like, watch The Legend of Korra again.
Oh, I love Okay. Yeah. Hot take, maybe. Legend of Korra is greater than Avatar.
You really think so?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
In ways. Story-wise.
Okay. I will... Okay, well, while I think Avatar: The Last Airbender had the better story and better characters, I think... What am I trying to say? I think the action in Legend of Korra is far superior than Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Maybe that's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, there are some people do like Legend of Korra more than
I just think it's cool to have.
And I think, and I also think, and this might be a hot take, I think Korra is a better protagonist than Aang.
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
I love Korra.
But that's just my opinion. You know, and we're not going to dive completely into the Legend of Korra. Because I guess we'll save that for another episode.
We're gonna have to.
I hope it's not going to be the next episode, or it might be. I don't know. Who can say? I'm at the whim of my co-host.
We'll have to give everyone an Avatar break.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like I said, I still think Avatar: The Last Airbender is the superior show and has like the better characters, and I also like that the characters are like super diverse for a
I
show
do
like
too.
this
And like I
because
said, like you like with Toph, like she's blind.
yeah, exactly. And then you even had like there's this character named Teo who's a paraplegic boy.
Yes.
And then you had like the Kyoshi Warriors. They were like an all-female warrior group.
And they're so cool and I love them so much. They're my
Yeah,
favorite characters too.
yeah, exactly. So it's just really nice to see like because you don't really in like American cartoons you really don't see a lot of like Asian type inspired characters or characters with brown skin and stuff. So it's
Hmm.
like it's cool to see that it really is.
And I think the thing that I really love about Katara, I know I talked about Sokka a little bit, but with Katara, she she has a lot of strength. And I
Yeah,
think a lot of people perceive her to be bossy
right.
and to be like strong-willed, and those are good things. Like, but I think for the time, people looked at Katara as like, oh, she's bossy and annoying and da da da. She always just wants to be in charge. And it's like actually she's keeping them alive a lot of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Her strength and her compassion are unmatched.
Yeah,
She is always looking out for others, even if it puts her at odds with Aang and Sokka.
right.
Like she has so much to be admired, and I love her for that. I love Katara because she is unapologetically strong
Mm-hmm.
and unapologetically feminist. There are
Okay.
several times throughout the show she kind of calls people out for being sexist.
Yeah.
And I'm like, get his ass. Get him.
Get him.
Get him, girl.
Get him,
I
girl.
love her. They
Okay.
could never make me hate her.
Gotcha. So let me ask you this: do you have a favorite season? And if you do, what is your favorite like episode? Well, I don't want this to be complicated. Maybe just say, well, you could say favorite season, but I also want to know like what's your favorite like episode or moment from the show, if you have any. I'm gonna be like I'm gonna be into it, and I'm gonna say like my favorite like episode
Do it.
slash moment from like each season because there's only 3 seasons.
Pop
So I'm
off.
just like, oh, okay. Well, my favorite moment, or I guess episode from season one, or as I should say, book one, Water, is obviously when they finally reach the North Pole, and and then see, I can't remember the secondary villain from season one. He was also a general.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, this is gonna kill me. Who is the other bad guy from? I'm trying to remember the other bad guy from season one. He was also hunting the Admiral Zhao. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, Zhao. Okay, so when Zhao like led the Fire Nation to the North Pole, the Northern Water Tribe, and then like Aang just goes into Avatar state. Oh, and by the way, probably should mention this. When an Avatar goes into the Avatar state, they basically become powerful AF.
It's incredible.
Like they incorporate, because like Avatar has gone through so many cycles that they have the power of all the avatars, and they can basically just unleash it at that moment as long as they're in the Avatar state. However, there is a side effect to this. If the person is killed, if the Avatar is killed in the Avatar state, the Avatar cycle just dies.
Mm-hmm.
It's no more. No more. Game over, man. Game over. So, but anyway, Aang just like goes into the Avatar state, like combines with the Moon Spirit or something like that, and just goes ham on all the Fire Nation troops. And it's a full
It's
moon
very
at the
cool.
time, so like during the full moon, waterbenders like have the most power and stuff, and that was pretty cool to see. So I like that during season one, or I should say book one, if we're getting technical. Uh, Also, the in book two, season two, I really enjoyed the drill episode. That was a good episode
That
because
is a good episode.
that was when Azula was like trying to basically just drill into Ba Sing Se, which is like like I said earlier, was the last Earth Nation series, to not be penetrated by the Fire Nation. I just realized how that sounded in my head. I did not mean to say that. I mean, but anyway, it was the last. It was the last Earth Nation city to not be conquered by the Fire Nation. So Azula, the Fire Nation has got this drill. They're drilling through the wall because Boss Sensei's got like a huge ass wall and stuff. So they're trying to just penetrate through it. Why do I keep saying penetrate?
Never a good enough reason to say penetration, John.
They are trying to penetrate the wall.
What if you said infiltrate? Is that the word you're thinking of?
Yes, infiltrate. Yes. So that was a cool moment to see, and Aang and the other Earthbenders trying to stop them and everything, and also the climax of season 2 or book 2, when Aang is about to go into the Avatar state, but is shot down by Azula with lightning. Because I also remember that firebenders can do lightning too. I'll have to get into that in a minute. And like I just said, since Aang was in the Avatar state, he was most definitely going to die. But then Katara ended up healing him, but thanks to Iroh, who let them get away. So, and let's see, book 3. I'm trying to think what book 3. I have 2. Actually,
okay.
I have 2. I like the episode Sokka's Master.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I was going to mention.
Yeah, that was it, because like
so good.
It is. It's
like, it gets me hyped.
Because everyone in that Team Avatar is bending and stuff and doing cool stuff, and Sokka's a brilliant strategic person. But
he's a great strategist.
Yeah, he is. That's what I'm saying. Well, why did I say strategic?
Why'd you say penetrate? I don't know. We have a lot to unpack today.
I don't know. But it really shows Sokka's skills, and it shows that, he has a master, and he gets a cool sword, too.
It's so cool!
It is.
I think the cool thing about that is it really ties into season 1, where he does all that combat training.
Right.
It's very good. It's a very good, character development moment for him.
Right. And then also, I love the Ember Island players. That is a cool episode because, usually shows have clip shows, right? To recap events from past episodes. I like this episode because they did something different. It's like the characters went to a Fire Nation play, and basically in the play they recapped events from season 1 and season 2 and even season 3. So it was really cool to see. And I guess Sozin's Comet, that was pretty cool too. But cool. But personally, Ember Island's players and Sokka's Master, those were my 2 favorite moments from the series. But Sozin's Comet, it's obviously a good season.
Yeah.
I mean, series finale too. I really enjoyed the duel between Zuko and Azula.
I did too. That
was a really good one. And then Zuko, Azula, because she's losing, she shoots lightning at Katara, but then Zuko gets in the way and stuff.
It's one of my favorite moments, and it's also probably the moment that solidifies for me, Katara and Zuko should have been a thing, so it's fine.
Really?
I'll never get over it. She should never have been with Aang. It was weird.
The show had kind of been hinting that for forever.
Yeah, that's why it's weird.
Are you one of those people who are going to say Hermione never should have been with Ron?
I would never say that.
Oh, okay. because there's a group of Harry Potter people who think that Harry should have been with Hermione.
Yeah, that's a whole other ship issue, which we'll have to discuss one day when we discuss Harry Potter. But
I feel like people who say that are the people who just watch the movies and never read the books.
Well, it's that, and it's because one time J.K. Rowling came out and was like, "Oh yeah, she totally should have been with Harry, but because I was in a weird place in my life trying to make it work with a Ron, I wanted her to." And it's actually no, they were just good together. But that's neither here nor there.
Gotcha.
I think the issue with Katara and Aang specifically that I have, which this is off topic, I'm sorry, but Katara and Aang is more I think it would have been their friendship was cool.
Yeah.
And I loved it.
Yeah.
I don't like the romance part of them as much. I think he's too immature.
Okay.
Again, he doesn't grow with her at all. Like, he kind of stunted in that way.
Okay.
And I think that's a disservice to him, because I think potentially he could have had the opportunity to grow more without her. And
Okay.
I think that Katara could do better. So, I think she should have been with Zuko. That's my hot take.
Okay.
Katara and Zuko for life. He literally took a lightning bolt for her.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, when Aang sacrificed himself, or almost did, do you remember that whole thing?
Yeah.
He should have done that. It would have been a better story and made a way for for Sokka and Katara to keep going.
Okay.
But he instead was like, I choose love. And I was like, boy, you don't know what love is. You are an infant. Shut up. Like, I think it would have been a better story for him
Okay.
to follow through. That's neither here nor there. My favorite moments, anyway, back to that.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite moments? Because I've been just blabbing on.
In season 1,
Yeah.
I love the prison revolt led by Katara.
Yeah, that is good.
It's so good because the creators made a very strategic choice. This could have been an entire episode just about Aang and him teaching the Earthbenders how to do stuff, and he gets that moment, right? But they gave so much agency to Katara and the speech that she gives. 10 out of 10. I love it. It's a really cool storyline. It's a really cool way to see Katara take that leadership. And the way that Aang and Sokka both respect it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Okay.
I love that.
Okay.
That's my season 1.
Okay.
I think the Sokka Master episode, that's season 3?
That's season 3, yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite season 3.
Yeah. Anything from season 2?
Season 2 in general, I just vibe with.
Yeah.
I love season 2.
Yeah. I mean, I had a lot of there were a lot of other choices that I liked. Like, a lot of moments I could have picked too. Like I said, season 2, I liked the library episode.
Oh yeah, love it.
Like that, the little, it was like, I'm trying to remember in season 2. There's like an episode where it like branched off, like Tales from Ba Sing Se. It like followed like different characters.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, when they were what they were doing in Ba Sing Se, and stuff. So this season 3 also had the I'm trying to remember the Boiling Rock episode where like they were Sokka and Zuko were trying to rescue their dad from. Sokka was trying to rescue his dad from the Boiling Rock prison, and Zuko went with him and stuff.
It was cool.
That was a good one.
There's so much good character development.
Exactly.
And that is what I'm saying is, why didn't Aang develop better? Look at all these men around you developing.
Yeah.
Why didn't you develop more?
Yeah.
I love Aang. It sounds like I don't, but I do.
Yeah.
I love Aang. I think he's a very cool character. I think he's complex.
Yeah.
But look at the way that Zuko and Sokka matured. And then look at the way Aang matured. And tell me it's the same. Or tell me it's even close to equal.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll get someone who say, "Well, in the comics he's developed it." And I said, "Well, I haven't read all the comics, so
I pray he's developed. I pray that when I read the comics, I say I was wrong.
Okay.
Because I like Aang.
Okay.
I just wish that he had grown more.
Okay, that's fair. Now, this being a successful show, of course, they had to make a movie.
Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad.
We're not going to talk too much about this because I think we might do like a whole episode about this maybe in the future. But
You've never seen it?
I've seen it.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying I haven't seen it since it came out. But it was.
Why would we watch it again? We wouldn't.
Oh, The Last Airbender.
Ugh.
Directed by your boy M. Night Shyamalan, or I call him the Shamhammer.
I wish he would have never touched this damn movie. This movie had the potential to be so cool.
Yeah.
And it was awful. It was just awful.
Yeah.
I've never met a true Avatar fan who thought, you know what I want to do today? Watch the live action.
I've never met anyone who say like, "Hey, you know what movie I should watch today? The Last Airbender," and just say that like unironically. I've never seen anyone who actually likes this film. So it's just like, and it's also a problem that like all the protagonists are kind of like lighter color and.
It's not kind of a problem. It's a whole problem.
And all the Fire Nation people are mostly darker skinned.
It's very racist.
And then also, like, they kept saying Ong.
Oh, that sent me into oblivion. I cannot tell you the way that when I heard them say Ong, I was like, hello? Who are they talking about? Who the fuck is Ong? Who is that? It's Aang, you uncultured swine. God, it was bad.
It was. It was not. And let's not speak of it anymore. Well, I mean, we'll talk about it again eventually because, I mean, we need to do like a bad movie
Oh my God.
episode.
We need to do a series of that.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Oh yeah.
And they did a sequel series to this, and it was the Legend of Korra.
Which is my favorite sequel to a show, possibly ever.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of sequels get it right.
Yeah.
Legend of Korra absolutely does.
Yeah. And that was on from 2012 to 2014.
They were literally like, we cannot get these freaks to leave us alone. We better give them more of what they want. And they did, and it's so good.
It is. Legend of Korra is also a great show too. Like I said earlier, while I liked Avatar: The Last Airbender, a little bit more, the action in Legend of Korra is just epic. And some of the art style in this is it's amazing. It really is. And what else was I going to say? And we definitely need to talk about Legend of Korra in another episode.
That's going to have to be a whole other one.
Yeah, definitely. Because, I
can't talk about it in the time frame we have left.
Yeah.
I feel emotional about the Legend of Korra, apparently.
Emotional. Got it.
Passionate is maybe a better word.
Okay. And plus, I would like to actually rewatch that show because... Like I said, it went off the air in 2014. I have not watched it since.
That's a choice.
Okay, but...
You don't watch TV like I do, though. I have the ability to put it on and just, lock in. You don't lock in that way.
My wife is the same way.
Yeah.
She can just watch...
Part of why we just rock together. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times my wife just watches the same shows. She was on a heated rivalry kick for the longest, which... I don't know.
We're not off it. We're still on it.
I may have to get my wife on so we can talk about heated rivalry.
Oh my God, please.
Maybe when season 2 of Heated Rivalry starts.
Yeah,
I'll be the lone male in the group, and y'all can just geek out on Heated Rivalry and butts and stuff. I don't know.
We do love butts.
Yeah, but anyway, and then there's also an Avatar: The Last Airbender live action TV show that premiered on Netflix, and I believe, and I'm trying to look at this, there's a live action series remake that premiered in 2024. To mixed reviews, but Netflix did renew the show for a second and third season. And originally, the original creators, DiMartino and Konietzko, were going to be the executive producers and showrunners of that show, but they departed the show due to creative differences.
And to me, that's insane. If the people who made the show aren't being listened to, that's insane.
It is a little... it was... When I first heard that news, it was a little concerning. And I have not seen the live-action series.
I have not either. Okay. I have... maybe we should dip into that. I just haven't had, the heart. Because I'm I love Avatar, and I feel like they keep failing me.
Right.
With live-action stuff, so I just haven't dived into it.
Right, but the second season is coming out sometime this year, so I will definitely take a look at it and see, because there are people who liked it, and apparently
we'll give it a shot.
And apparently it got enough people. It did better in Cowboy Bebop, so
Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, so it did better than Cowboy Bebop.
Here's a question though.
Yeah.
Out of all of the bending, what's your favorite?
Oh yeah. You know what, Mary? You sent me the quiz.
Yeah, did you take it?
Yeah, I was a waterbender, actually.
Wild. I think it tells everyone they're a waterbender, because that's what I got too. And you said I'm not a waterbender.
I think you're an earthbender, in my opinion. I think so. But my favorite is actually, ice bending's... I mean, not ice bending, I'm sorry. You can ice people, but... Because what's also cool about the bending is that they have you can do something else with it too.
Yes, and it's not just one thing.
Yeah, and it's not what you think either. It's really weird because with water bending, you can also blood bend too,
which is so cool to me.
It is cool and also very terrifying.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, and then if you're a firebender, like I said, you could shoot lightning. I don't know how that works, but it just does. I don't know. And then also, if you are an airbender, you can, if you detach yourself from everything in this worldly existence, you can fly. And we actually see that in The Legend of Korra. So
Very cool.
That is really cool. And then if you're earthbender, you can metal bend, like I said earlier. And Toph was the first one to invent that. And you can also lava bend.
Yeah.
It would seem like that would be more of like a fire bending type of thing.
Yes and no, because like volcanoes are rock.
Yeah, that is true.
So that's Earth.
That is true. But
just hot rocks.
But I just love how there's like this other subsets of like bending you can do. So I think that's kind of cool. And then you can also, and the Avatar can also energy bend too,
which is wild.
Yeah. So and basically energy bend, it's like you can basically take away people's bending, which seems like an abuse of power.
Which he does at one point.
He does. Yeah, he does multiple times. He does it. I know he does it in the. Well, I shouldn't say. I don't want to spoil anything. But he does it once in Avatar: The Last Airbender, and he does it again in The Legend of Korra, like in the flashback. But the one final thing I want to say is that there's a movie, not a live action movie. There's another Avatar movie coming out, and it's called Avatar Aang: The Last Airbender, and it actually, they just had their first screening of it.
What were the reactions?
Well, obviously the director of the film. By the way, industry veteran Lauren Montgomery, she's great. Obviously,
better than freaking M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, but obviously,
never forgive him.
Yeah, I was on the verge of forgiving Shyamalan, but then Glass happened. But that's a whole different story.
We simply won't be forgiving him on this podcast.
Yeah, obviously the director says it's great.
Of course.
And it basically follows the characters from Avatar: The Last Airbender, except they're adults now, which is great. A time jump. And they actually released several. They actually released artwork on what the characters were going to look like the other day, and I said, I vibe with it. I like it. I like it. And
I like that it's not super different, but it's different enough.
Yeah, and you know what else is actually cool? They actually got like actors, like people of color, to actually voice the characters,
which I love.
So like someone of Asian descent is actually voicing Aang, someone of Asian descent is actually voicing Toph, so on and so forth. So that's cool. Apparently Dave Bautista is supposed to be the film's villain. I dig that. I dig that. Steven Yeun is going to be Zuko. I love that even more. I love Steven Yeun.
I do too.
But and it was going to be a theatrically released film, but not anymore.
Why?
They did not say. I mean, the official answer was that, oh, you know what? It's like, we love Avatar, but we're gonna just debut it on Paramount Plus to go along with. Well, there's actually another Avatar series coming out too. I guess I should have mentioned that too. It's actually going to be called Avatar. I think it was 7 Heavens. No,
I'm not sure that's what it's called.
7 Havens. Anyway,
like you're over here like 7th Heaven. No, sir.
Yeah, 7 Havens. Yeah, so that's the next Avatar series. That's supposed to be coming out next year, 2027, on Paramount Plus. But no, they wanted it to be released, as a companion piece to celebrate Avatar. I'm not buying that.
I think they think it's not going to be good enough because they did this with Moana 2. Moana 2 was supposed to be theatrically. No, I lied. Moana 2, it was reverse. Was supposed to be a series. And they made it a theatrical option. And I actually think it would have been better as a series.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that this is really good.
I'm hoping too. I have a theory on why.
Hit me.
I think Paramount basically just got spooked. The SpongeBob movie didn't perform that well.
Of course it didn't. And I love SpongeBob, but come on.
So I'm guessing that they they just didn't want to take a chance,
Capitalism ruins everything good.
Or maybe they found something. I hate to be that guy, but maybe they found something, because Avatar series, the whole franchise is very diverse.
Yeah.
And also very LGBT friendly also.
Like, what radicalized you, other than just, not being a jerk?
Maybe.
Avatar.
Yeah. maybe the film was a little bit too left for them.
Gross.
So,
no such thing.
I know, but I'm just saying maybe there's
for
just
the capitalist hellscape we live in.
Yeah, and it's like, well, is this gonna make the amount of money that we need, and all that stuff? But
I think it's. What did you think, though? I think most people who watch Avatar are a little bit more emotionally intelligent anyway. Wouldn't you say? Is that the right thing to say? I don't know.
I mean,
I'm on one today.
Well, look, I think the show appeals to everyone, and and I don't want to give too much about the Legend of Korra, but Legend of Korra definitely leans more
LGBTQ.
Than Avatar: The Last Airbender.
For sure.
So maybe this movie leans towards that too, and
I hope so.
Yeah, and I have no problem with that. As long as it's good action, man, I really
honestly
don't care.
As long as it's written well and it's executed, that's all I need. I don't need it to be like perfect. I just want it to be written well. I love a good story.
I just want good bending fight scenes. That's all I care about.
Okay,
I really
so you never really answered though. Are you saying that waterbending is your favorite?
No, I did not answer, did I?
You ADHD'd away from the task.
I really did. I actually like firebending the best because you can also shoot lightning. You know who also can shoot lightning? Sith Lords.
Jesus Christ. I can't stand this. But I asked the question, so.
So
because I kind of think earthbending is my favorite. Earth and waterbending. I think firebending is very, very cool.
Yeah.
I think they're all very cool, but I think earthbending is cool in the way of you can bend a lot. It feels maybe more versatile.
Yeah.
Just what's considered earth.
Yeah.
It's not just,
Yeah.
Because like the whole volcano thing.
Yeah.
Or lava. Mm-hmm. You can do lava.
Yeah.
And you can do rivers and the river beds basically.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think I like earthbending the best, but I think it's all incredible and very cool.
Okay.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. So what would you rate the series out of 10?
10.
Yeah, I give it a 10 too. It was great.
I love it.
Yeah, it was great.
Especially for the ages we were when it came on.
Yeah.
It was very good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Love it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I was, like I said, first time I watched the show, I was definitely surprised how good it was. My second watch through, I was amazed even more how it holds up. It holds up really well.
It really does hold up well. It ages well.
Yeah, if you've never seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, I definitely recommend it.
Turn off this podcast and go watch it.
Yeah, turn it off right now. Just shut it off right now and go watch it. Go. If you don't have Netflix, it's on Paramount Plus.
Subscribe.
If it's on Paramount Plus, go
Call
buy
me.
it.
I'll give you my login. Except if Paramount ever heard this podcast, no, I never said that.
I was going to say you can buy it, but okay.
I'll share.
Okay.
We're all doing our best.
You can buy it physically, digitally, whatever. Definitely recommend it. Okay, so we're nearing that hour mark, so let's wrap this up. So you got any last thoughts on Avatar, basically? Because we will never speak of it again. I'm just kidding. We will. I'll probably write something. Oh, well, after you're done, I'm going to say something.
I think I would just say I think this is a great show for everyone.
Yeah.
I do think it appeals to everyone in a lot of different ways, a lot of different ages. This is something I feel like I've sat down with and watched with my kids, and they like it. I like it. JC likes it. It's just good storytelling. I think sometimes today there's not as many good shows that have such strong storytelling and such depth. And I think that's where Avatar really differentiates from other shows. So right. 10 out of 10.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, like I said, 10 out of 10. But I wanted to tell everyone that we have a Substack now.
Yeah, we have a Substack now. Yay! Hit that pause button.
Yeah, hit that, subscribe to our Substack. I will include it in the description of this episode, but like I said, it's something new I wanted to try, because like I said in the first newsletter, they're just we talk about a lot of stuff, but sometimes there's stuff we forget, or I forget mostly. And
No, I'd say we're pretty equal. The ADHD is strong on this podcast.
Yeah.
Neurodivergent
Yeah.
king and queen here.
And then if there's something I just want to talk about or just go back, like one episode, when we did Universal Studios, I completely forgot about Shrek 4D. So
who could forget about Shrek 4D?
I know. Like I said, I forgot to mention Shrek 4D. I can't believe I forgot to mention it. So,
or like in the car today when we were talking about Club 33.
Of course, yeah, I forgot to mention Club 33
in our Disney podcast.
Yeah, and we talked we did 4 episodes on Disney. No, technically 5 episodes on Disney because we did, all the theme parks. Well, we did 4 of the theme parks, and then we did, Disney Springs. So, and I forgot to mention Club 33. So I don't know how I forgot about that. It's crazy. So the Substack is, like I said, it's going to be like a companion piece to this podcast, and hopefully I can get Mary to write something on there and stuff. So just look out for that, especially if you did the whole Substack thing. But that's it. Mary, what did you want to do? What topic did you want to talk about next time? Just to get our viewers interested.
We hadn't really talked about that.
No, we have not. So,
what are our options?
Well, like I said, I could always recount. I don't want to talk about Disneyland because
we need a break.
What
if we did April Fool episodes? It's almost April.
April Fool's episodes?
It's on our topics. You
Where?
put it right there.
April Fool's
right
episodes. There. I did put that. I have no idea what that means.
I don't know what the hell it means, but you wrote it down, not me.
Do we have to do that? Because
no.
I don't really.
I don't have to do that.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know what I meant by saying April Fools. It's just like,
who can say, babe?
Hey, April Fools, we're not doing an episode today. Bye.
What if we did Pixar?
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, we can do Pixar movies.
Let's do Pixar.
Specifically the golden age of Pixar, but we'll
add some of the new stuff into it.
Yeah, we'll add some new stuff into it. Okay, looks like I'm going to be doing my research. No, I'm just kidding.
You guys have no idea. John just said he's going to do research on Pixar, but that's insane to say.
No, that's a kid. I'm not going to do research.
he actually knows everything about Pixar in a way that is terrifying and impressive.
Well, you know what? I think this will be a good time for me to actually now watch Cars 2 because that is the only Pixar movie I haven't watched because I'm just like, I refuse. So this will give me the motivation to watch Cars 2. Get her done.
Oh, no. Well, on that note, I'm Mary.
And I'm John.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.